You've been thinking about it, but it still feels daunting. In today's video, I'm going to break down how to start your dietitian private practice online. If you want to start your dietitian private practice online, you're going to need to set up an online platform. Now, this might mean that you're using Zoom or you're using an electronic medical record system like Practice Better or Healthy, and whatever you do choose to use as your platform for how you're going to meet and work with clients, you want to make sure that you choose that software and you get a little bit familiar with how that software works. Because in order to set up your online business, you're going to need to have a program that you're using to work with clients. Now, that's going to depend on what you're selling and how you want to structure your time, and that's why you want to refer to a business plan, so you know what option to choose when it comes to software. A lot of our clients use an electronic medical record system like Practice Better, and that works great for them, but it's going to depend on what you're selling. If you're selling something like a course or a digital download, you're probably going to want to use a different tool. Something like Teachable is free, and a tool like Kajabi is a little more expensive, but it's very robust in terms of setting up your dietitian private practice online. Now, when you choose your tool, you're going to want to test it, and you're going to want to make sure that the room that you've set up for virtual consults, if you are selling those, is going to work. So you want to test the audio and the video and make sure that your background, wherever you're working, are all synced up to meet your standards. So some testing is important. You're going to want to create a professional profile in order for people to schedule sessions with your software. So if you're selling through, let's say, an electronic medical record system like Practice Better, they have an application function where you can set up a simple profile, and then you will have a link where people can apply to book a call with you, a discovery call to talk to you about your services. Now, that's if you are offering some type of coaching or consulting. If you're not, and you're selling a course, you're going to want to set up something different, and that's called a sales page. You can do that for free on Teachable. You can do their free plan and set up a simple sales page, and that's going to help you sell to people, and you don't necessarily need to hop on a call. But if you're offering consultative services, you will need to set up a profile and then have an application form so that people can apply to work with you. So these processes are going to depend on what you're selling. Now, if you don't want to use an electronic medical record system, but you do want people to apply to work with you for your possible services like consulting work, you can use a scheduling link like Acuity or Calendly, and then people can book a call from that scheduling link. And the benefit is that you're actually using automated software. So you're making it easier for people with different time zones to book a call and talk to you and learn if you're a fit for their needs. Now, if you want to start your dietitian private practice online, you're going to need to build an online presence. The first thing you want to do is think about a strategy. Now, I hear dietitians all the time ask me about particular posts or particular platforms like Instagram, or they'll show me a reel and say, why isn't this working? And the question is really, what's your strategy? So how are you using the tool? And how does that tool support your goal? And thinking about your strategy is a more comprehensive, holistic way to align with your business plan in your private practice so that you can start getting clients. For example, if your strategy includes building your email list, then you're going to want to think about what do you need to do to support growing your email list. And that will include creating a free guide that people can opt into, signing up with an email service provider, MailChimp is free, and then creating automations in your email service provider so when people join your list, they get a welcome email. And there's also other series of automations that you can create too, like newsletters. Now, when you join Academy, that's my membership, I actually create those for you. So you can just plug and play inside of your email service provider. I write out the funnels for you to make it simple so that you don't have to worry about getting all that stuff set up when you're just getting started. Now, as you grow in your private practice, you're going to want to customize how you write the language for your email marketing strategy, but when you're just getting started, using templates can be really helpful to help you save time and energy. You want to use online platforms to connect with your potential audience. That can include Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, podcasting. There are so many options online where people are hanging out and they're looking for information about nutrition. They might want to learn about diabetes, prenatal nutrition, chronic disease management, general health and wellness. They might have questions about sports performance nutrition. And when you start poking around at those conversations and learning where people hang out, you have a better chance of understanding what people's wants and needs are to help you align with your marketing strategy. So you want to make sure that you're observing and then engaging with conversations that people are having on the internet. Starting a dietitian private practice online doesn't work without developing an action plan. You want to set realistic and measurable goals. I think it's great for dietitians that want to replace their clinical salary and make 6 figures a year. Keep in mind there's a lot of steps and things you're going to need to set up if you haven't even launched your business. So if you want to start and launch, you want to focus on laying down those foundations, making sure that you do have subscribers that have opted in to join your email list, that you've got that set up if you've chosen to grow your email list, that you have a documented strategy in place for how you're going to use social media. For example, if you've decided that you want to use social media to grow your brand, and if you have a website, or if you've decided to take insurance, well, obviously anything you choose, you're going to need to have a step-by-step plan of how you're approaching that avenue of marketing or sales for your business. You want to make sure that you are clear about what is it that you're doing to get things set up in your business. Now, I have a free checklist. It's a roadmap that can help you walk through step by step what to do in order to make progress in your private practice. So I want you to grab that free checklist below so that you can print it out or save it on your computer, and you can cross it off step by step as you watch my videos on a weekly basis and start making progress building your online presence so that you can grow your dietitian private practice. Now, some quick tips about what you might need to do with setting realistic goals include defining your ideal client and documenting who this person is, and then doing some market research. So once you've identified who it is that you're talking to and what problems this person has, then you want to go find people within that demographic and talk to them. Observe the words they're saying and find out what do they want and need so that you can support them. Maybe they are diabetic and they want to learn how to manage their A1C levels. Or maybe they have a chronic disease like Crohn's and they want to figure out what do they eat to manage their signs and symptoms. So whatever it is that you're doing, or whoever you're helping, or whoever your ideal client is, the more clearly you can define this person, document it, research it, and then adjust your content strategy based on what their wants and needs are, well, then you're one step closer to launching your dietitian private practice and building your online presence. If you like this video, I want you to watch this next video on screen about starting your dietitian private practice while working full-time.